Hey everyone, Grayson the Bard here, and welcome back to day 124 of the Hunt-A-Day. And we are continuing to look at some subspecies monsters, and another case of I am fighting the subspecies before I fight the actual monster. Today we're fighting Brute Tigrex in Monster Hunter World Iceborne, and chances are good I am going to say Tigrex and Tigrex interchangeably because that's the way my brain works, and there's no rules, just right, Monster Hunter. I like Brute Tigrex on paper, and I think Brute Tigrex looks really cool. I think it is a nice color palette. There's a lot of monsters that when they go from like a brighter, more saturated color scheme to a more muted, like muddy brownish color scheme, it does not look good to me. I think like I talked about Blood Orange Bisha 10. I like the color palette, but I feel like regular Bisha 10 looks better. I still like regular Tigrex's blue and yellow, that like real nice like contrast, high color look. But Brute Tigrex reminds me a lot of like the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, and I really appreciate that. The dark browns and blacks with like some green mixed in, it's very like early 2000s, late 90s dinosaur look before the realization of feathers kicked in, and I think he looks really good. Now that I've been recording for about a minute or so, and you've seen a little bit of the fight, I will give you 3 guesses as to what Brute Tigrex's gimmick is, and I bet you only need 1. This is my official petition for Capcom to change the localization of Brute Tigrex to Pavarotti Tigrex, because this man should be an opera singer. He can belt with the best of them. Brute Tigrex's main gimmick is his roars, and I really, again, like it on paper. Like, base Tigrex's main defining feature, besides it's like it being the face of the pseudo wyvern skeleton and its just general fast aggressive nature, is its roar. And Brute Tigrex doubles down on that, making it the main part of its combat kit. When I was fighting this morning, I was getting kind of frustrated because I was like, I don't know if it is because I am using this specific weapon, if like it has something to do with like me being a ranged weapon and being like really up close to it, if it's screwing with the AI. But I feel like he was yelling constantly, and I don't remember him doing that, and it kind of frustrated me a little. Especially because I fought Brute Tigrex a lot back in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, and I did not remember him roaring that much. I thought he had a lot more like physical moves in his kit. So before I recorded this today, the audio, not the video, I went and I looked up a fight from Monster Hunter 4U of Brute Tigrex, and sure enough, he spends most of the fight screaming. So I guess that was by design. It was intentional. And I don't know if I like that. I really like the physical moves that Tigrex has. The spins, the repeated charges, the big claw slams, shooting rocks at you by just like digging its claws through the ground, and whatever it tears up flies at you. All those physical moves are great, with the roar being a really nice intimidation factor. So, like, again, on paper, Brute Tigrex weaponizing the roar is incredibly fun and incredibly cool, but it uses like the same 2 or 3 moves repeatedly with not a lot of variation between them, so the fight feels very one-note and samey. To me, it's a very easy fight to learn because of that, because you can, read the tells very easily, you can know pretty much what's going to be coming, but it's not a great fight to repeat. I had a great time because it has been probably years since I have fought Brute Tigrex in World. And so I had a good time diving back in for the first, half of this hunt, and then by the latter half of the hunt, I found myself getting kind of bored. And again, that could be because I was using my cheesy heavy bowgun shotgun build with the shield that can guard anything, but I also don't think I would have too much of a difficult time with it if I were playing with Greatsword either. It's a weird spot to be in, where I really like the monster on paper, but I'm not a fan of the hunt in general. Tigrex doesn't have a lot of great variant monsters. It's got Molten Tigrex, it's got Grimclaw, and from Frontier it has Tigrex, and those are, aside from Brute Tigrex, the only Tigrex variants I can think of. And of the 4 of them, I think Molten Tigrex is the most interesting, with, its own special arena, the blast applications, the fact that it was only ever in one game and, like, is really due a comeback. The rest of them just kind of take one aspect of Tigrex, amplify it, and make the end result just a little bit worse. And TRex we can't even really count because it's technically a different monster, but it is just Tigrex in power armor, basically. I really want them to make a fun TRex variant, a unique Tigrex subspecies, and I feel like Brute could have been that. They just need to give it a little more to do. I think Brute Tigrex is not my favorite. Like, that definitely goes to Molten. Molten is such a cool idea and a cool monster. And Molten is the Tigrex that I want to see come back the most. And I wish that I just got, like, past week, Monster Hunter 4 working on a perfectly legitimate non-emulator thing so that I can record it for videos. I am not going to be able to get to Molten Tigrex before the end of the hunt today, which kind of sucks because I wanted to talk about it. But I think Brute has the most room to be something great. I can see the potential in it. It just needs a little more time in the oven. I am going to give Brute Tigrex kind of a lower score to return in Monster Hunter Wilds. Both the base game and the inevitable expansion. I think Tigrex has a higher chance. I'll talk about that when I talk about Tigrex. I might do that tomorrow, since I haven't hunted regular Tigrex for the channel yet. Have I? I might have. I'm gonna need to look after I record this. If I did, there'll be a little reminder text from future editing Grayson. But I'm gonna say maybe like a 3 or 4 chance for Brute. No, even lower. 1 out of 10 chance for Brute Tigrex to return in Monster Hunter Wilds. I can see Tigrex making an appearance in Wilds, but I think I think it's going to skip a game. I have a feeling that it's going to skip a game this generation. And I can see it maybe coming back in the thing, but I'll talk about that more later. Brute Tigrex, 1 out of 10. I don't think we're going to see it again. It is not a very well-beloved subspecies. We just saw it fairly recently. It's going to take some time, sit out on the bench, and then come back stronger than ever is my hope. That's it for today. My brain is kind of funky today. As you can tell by the fact that I've been kind of repeating myself a little bit, not thinking the most clearly this morning. I'm not feeling the best. So I'm going to wrap up the ramble there for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Please stick around until the end of the hunt if you can. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. Don't if you don't. And until next time, I'll see you next time.